The Keystone Pipeline is a 1,700-mile pipeline that will extend from Alberta, Canada to Houston, Texas. It'll pass through 5 states, and it's a very controversial issue in the modern political scene. We interviewed some local people to figure out what their opinions were on the Keystone Pipeline XL.
I would be most concerned about the environmental impact. Yeah, I would be most concerned about environmental impact, the impact it would have on ecosystems and local cultures in small towns and stuff like that. But I think that there's a good possibility that the economic and political benefits might outweigh those. I'm also not familiar enough with offshore drilling to know whether or not that would be a viable alternative or if it would be any less environmentally hazardous. But I could see the merits of both sides, honestly.
So the benefits as far as oil, I think that, I think that a lot of the concerns that people have are based on environmental issues, and I think that as Americans, and this may be just arrogance or whatever, but I think that we're really good. We can be really good at what we do, and I think that if anybody in the world is taking every precaution possible to try to make sure that something's safe. Well, I mean, that alone is not going to reduce our dependency on foreign oil. I mean, there's a lot of other things that have to come into play. I think it's going to increase our the capacity for us to bring in oil from Canada, but I don't think that is going to be the sole, that's going to be our savior for really relinquishing our dependency on foreign oil. Well, I mean, unfortunately, obviously with the BP incident, we all know that accidents can happen. Like I said before, it's you could say that about a lot of stuff. You could there are people that aren't excited about nuclear power because of things that can happen, like we saw with the earthquake that happened in Japan. But there's things like that you cannot. So there are improvements in life that we need to make, but they cannot be based on the ultimate extreme that could possibly happen. Otherwise, we wouldn't do anything. We wouldn't have any progress.
The BP oil spill was devastating, and its effects were catastrophic.
And here are some effects from an oil pipeline crack that happened in Uganda.